You smell that Steelbook price? That smells like some bullshit. In today's physical media news topic video, I'm going to be talking about the prices of Steelbooks increasing, also what this means for collectors in the long run, and ultimately my recommendation on what you should do about collecting these Steelbooks. So let's get into it. First, to start off with what the community has been observing in the past few months and year with these Steelbook prices, we have noticed they have been increasing slightly, but it still makes a big difference. I mean, we look at first, Lionsgate Steelbooks seem to be an amazing deal at that 19.99 price, right under 20 bucks. That is a steal for a awesome looking Steelbook, but even they have been increasing their prices. Whether it's a dollar or two or a few dollars, they have been going up. I mean, Warm Bodies, an awesome steelbook that I absolutely loved, was about that $23 range. So no longer are we at that 19.99 range, and I could see this definitely increasing further. And it's not just Lionsgate, it's steelbooks across the board. Babylon just came out, an awesome looking steelbook as well. I love that movie. Had to pick it up, but that was super expensive at that $35 price range for a studio steelbook release. It was good, but it wasn't that good. I feel like a year or two ago that might have been 30 bucks or even lower. Not only talking about that, let's get into a studio like Disney with these superhero steelbooks, thinking back to Wakanda Forever. Now they gave us two steelbooks, not just one, but it wasn't at $30 price range, wasn't at 35. They were closer to $40. $40 for one movie. If you want to collect all the steelbooks, two steelbooks, 40 bucks each, you throw in the tax, you throw in the shipping, you're like $100 for one movie, two steelbooks. I mean, to me, these prices are just seeming a little outrageous here, especially with those people that love steelbooks. They want to collect them all. They are definitely trying to nickel and dime you to get the most they can out of that collecting money. Now it's time for a mega rant. Now, in the long run, I think this is terrible, terrible news for the collecting community out there because these steelbooks are really becoming a premium product where not every collector is going to be able to afford them out there. I mean, the prices are already tough enough for collecting physical media, especially on these 4Ks, but the 4K steelbooks are a whole nother situation. And if we keep seeing these prices increase every few months, we're going to be at $50 steelbooks before you know it, just for some studio releases. We're not even talking boutique labels. I mean, what are those? Going to be $100 plus a pop? I mean, that is just getting way too much for most of the collectors out there. And I loved when steelbooks were more affordable and everybody could have steelbooks in their collection and really nice looking steelbooks. That's why I love Lionsgate with the 1999 steelbooks, premium quality product that everybody can mostly afford, and you could get those in your collection, really display them on the shelf, and it was quite enjoyable for us collectors. But if they keep raising their prices, they get the 30, 35 bucks, everybody else gets 40, 45. Disney's probably going to be at 75 bucks by the end of the year or so. Yeah, a little exaggeration there, but you know what I mean. I mean, come on. Like Disney with having two steelbooks, not only the two available, but also increasing the prices on them both because they know some people have been collecting that MCU line of steelbooks. They got to get everything now. So, hey, if we release two, they're going to buy two, and why not just increase the prices on them? Let's do that. Let's have a good time making some money. I get it. They're a company. They got to make the profit. I totally understand, but it's just becoming so overwhelming to some collectors that I don't want this to kick collectors out of the market where they say, hey, I just can't afford the hobby anymore. I can't do this. And I don't want it to be like that. To me, this community has always been able to have some awesome products for everybody to enjoy. And I do think Steelbook should be at an affordable price. I don't think it should just be for a few people out there. So I just don't like where I see this is going. Now to talk about my decision and some recommendation and tips on how to collect steelbooks going forward. I know for me, if it's a movie I love that I know I'm gonna get tons of rewatches out of it and I'm just blown away by this steelbook, then of course I'm gonna get those. And a lot of times I'll even pre-order them just because I need them into the collection. Like Top Gun Maverick, my favorite movie of last year. I'm going to rewatch it all the time. I'm okay with going with the Steelbook. But on another movie that maybe would be a blind buy, I don't know anything about, maybe that movie called Kill My Goats. I don't really know too much about that movie. Would I go just with the slipcover Steelbook option? Or if I'm wanting to try it out, I'm going with the slipcover option. I'm not going to pay more for the Steelbook. But that's just kind of how I approach it. To me, if it's something I love and I'm going to love the Steelbook, then I'll go for that. But if it's something I'm on the fence about, blind buy, not really sure if I'm going to love it, hate it, then I'm not going to pay for the more premium product. I'm just going to go the cheaper option on that one. And another good tip as well, I would say, is wait for these Steelbooks to drop in price too. If it is a Steelbook that you think looks pretty decent, you do like the movie, but it's not an absolutely needed day one purchase, then wait a little bit, see if it drops in price if you still think it's going to be in stock, and then you can get that at a way cheaper amount. Like the Addams Family for me, it dropped in price, and it wasn't a movie I needed right away. It wasn't even like spooky season anymore, but it dropped in price. It was like under 20 bucks or so, I believe. So I thought, hey, I like this Steelbook. Now it's time for me to pick it up. I just saved some money here. So that's kind of my approach and strategies and tips there, how I go into collecting some of these Steelbooks and my journey with them. But once again, everybody's different. Some people can afford everything, and some people want to get everything for a movie. Slipcover, Steelbook. I mean, there's going to be people out there for John Wick 4 that get all 2,500 different release editions of that movie, and good on them. If they love doing that, then more power to y'all. But just for me, people maybe on a little bit more of a budget, want to kind of be more savvy in their collecting journey. That's just kind of my approach that I do with Steelbook collecting. Once again, everybody's different situations, different lifestyles, and all that great stuff. So once again, just go with what your heart tells you. If your heart tells you to get all the Steelbooks in the world, then go for it. But if your heart is telling you be a little bit more selective here and there, then maybe you want to try the Mega Mike approach on collecting Steelbooks. And let me know in the comments below, what do you think of these Steelbook price increases? And also, what is your approach to Steelbook collecting? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. And if you love collecting physical media just like me, make sure you subscribe right now. That way I can keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
And if you enjoyed this physical media news topic, choose another one right now. And thank you so much, my Mega membership supporters.